Hello, democracy defenders. Welcome back to another Democracy Spotlight from your favorite political reading recap. Today, we're heading south of the border to Mexico, where the judiciary and electoral systems are having quite the identity crisis. Think of it as a midlife crisis, but for democracy. And much like deciding between a sports car or a toupee, the decisions being made could have long-lasting consequences. Let's start with Mexico's judiciary. The U.S. ambassador to Mexico recently warned that proposed judicial reforms pose a, quote, major risk to democracy. Now, when a U.S. diplomat sounds the alarm, it's a bit like your neighbor pointing out that your house is on fire. It's probably worth paying attention. These reforms, if passed, could tilt the scales of justice, making the judiciary less independent and more beholden to political pressures. But here's the kicker. An independent judiciary isn't just a nice to have, it's the backbone of any functioning democracy. Without it, the rule of law becomes more of a suggestion than a mandate. And let's be honest, the last thing we need is politicians treating laws like optional guidelines, like they're deciding whether or not to double park their car. Now, onto the Mexican Congress, where the governing coalition is pushing for electoral changes that could result in a whopping 73 seats in Congress being up for grabs in a winner-takes-all system. Sounds fair, right? Well, not so much. This could distort representation in a way that would make even the most gerrymandered U.S. district look like a model of proportionality. If democracy is about the will of the people, then proportional representation is like democracy's GPS. It ensures everyone's voice is mapped out, not just the loudest ones. So, what can we learn from our neighbors? An independent judiciary and proportional representation are essential if we want to keep the democratic flame burning bright. Because without them, we risk turning our democracies into something resembling a reality TV show. Entertaining perhaps, but definitely not trustworthy. If you're still with me, you're clearly a champion of justice and fairness. So go ahead and smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and drop your thoughts in the comments below on what democracy topic we should cover next. Let's keep the conversation going, because after all, democracy works best when everyone has a voice. Check out our other weekly political reading recap spotlights, as well as our political reading recap newsletter, and see you all next week with more democracy news.